All right, you guys ready? Let's get into the Craigslist Freak of the Year playoffs, round number 1. So it's a 32-team single elimination tournament. So we've got 4 ads going at it today. 2 of the ads moving on to the next round. Round number 2 of the Freak of the Year playoffs. And it'll be all based on your votes. You will vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show. Top 2 vote getters move on to the next round. So Lauren's going to start reading the ads. And then voting's open. Let's get into it. All right. So we have the number 4 seed up against the number 29 seed, 13 seed, and 20 seed. All right, Lauren, I'm ready.
Okay.
It's ad number 1. Coming at you.
Mukbang Helper, woman for anyone, 30 years old, Vancouver. Hello, fellow mukbangers.
Hello.
Hi.
I didn't know. Hi. Oh, hi.
Looking for a partner for an extreme eating and eliminating show. I'm fairly new to the game, but I'm already psyched for the next level. You'll come to my place and feed me ramen, burgers, chicken fingers, candy bars, gummies, bacon, Takis, fried fish. You name it, I'll stomach it. I'm an eating machine. Of course, I'll be live streaming on my channel. Part 1 is the eating. Part 2 is the eliminating. I don't purge after all that food. You'll wait with me for about 24 to 48 hours and document my bowel movements. All my bowel movements. I can't actually stream what happens in the toilet, but you'll be the reporter on the scene. You'll be describing the smell, texture, and amount. We'll weigh it. You can even sketch it. I know my viewers are curious. It's been my number 1 question. I eat more than anyone, and I eliminate more than anyone. Let's go on this journey together and become stars and maybe make a little money. I don't know anyone else who's doing a 2-part show.
This is a job posting. This is a job posting.
Yep.
This is a business.
Why am I picturing
this is an entrepreneur.
this sketch like DiCaprio sketching Kate Winslet in Titanic?
I thought of the leprechaun.
I did too.
In the news.
The amateur sketch is where I went to.
Could be a leprechaun.
Okay, so this is a 2-parter. Part 1, the eating. Now, do you know what mukbanging is?
I can guess, yes.
Mukbanging is, I mean, it's a huge.
I don't think
it's a huge thing on YouTube. It's a voyeuristic thing where you watch somebody eat.
You watch people eat.
That's
like
all?
That's it?
The elimination isn't part of a
The
mukbang?
elimination is normal, not a part of it.
So you eat and then you bang?
No,
it's nothing.
there's nothing.
Sounds
Why is it called a
grosser.
mukbang?
It sounds more nefarious than it is.
But it usually is an abnormally large amount of food somebody's eating.
yeah, sometimes
And
it's just like
exciting.
2 people eating in a car and like reviewing the drive-through like in real time, which is also weird.
Is that mukbanging though? I thought mukbanging is just
Excessive.
a large amount of food.
Sure.
Somebody eating.
Why would they call it bang then? If there's no.
I think it's a Korean
Because
thing.
they got nothing to hide.
Okay.
The ones that are trying to hide it are making all this cutesy names.
Part 1, the eating. Part 2 of this is the eliminator.
I see. Okay.
So that's not normal.
The Golden Corral the other day.
That's not
Yeah,
not
we had a
normally
mukbang
thing.
at the Golden Corral.
Yeah, it is from a Korean word, also known as an eating show. It's an online audio-visual broadcast in which the host consumes various foods.
There it is.
Okay.
Well, this was the winner. Back on February the 2nd, we call this ad Lady Caca.
Caca.
Caca won the week with 76% of the vote. That's why it is your number 4 seed in the Freak of the Year
Just an
competition.
entrepreneurial entertainer looking for an assistant.
Yep.
That's all. This is a job
right.
posting.
Talented. It is a job
classified.
Yeah. All right. That's Lady Caca, our first ad. On to ad number 2. This is our number 29 seed.
Wow.
Lauren, coming at you.
Are you my hairy hero? Woman for man, 57 years old, Montreal. Looking for a hairy man to come over so I can shave you and then put your body hair on my face and body. I'm a very bald person. I'm in my late 50s, and sometimes I get self-conscious about the baldness and how blinding my white skin can be. I'm looking for a big, hairy man to come over so I may shave your entire body and then paste your hair on my face. You must be big, and you must be very hairy. Please stop shaving now. I don't mind if your body hair is salt and pepper, but please make sure there's plenty of it. I'm going to shave your nethers down and then take your curly cues and stick them all over my face and my chest. Pretty soon, I'll look like you once did. What a weird line. This would give me a great thrill and help me feel less alone in this pale, hairless existence that I found myself in. Fear not. I will have all of the supplies to make this a smooth process. Please send a shirtless picture of yourself to this email if you're interested, and I will decide who is hairy enough for my liking. I'm thinking of a Magnum PI era Tom Selleck hairy, and yes, I will be scraping off your pubes. This is a must.
All right, that
And this
was
is a gal? This is a gal?
woman.
They don't write like a gal.
I like that that's what we're hung up on.
No, you know what? You know what?
Yeah,
This-
you're right.
That plays into it. But that
I'm just
plays
saying,
definitely into it.
yeah, I try to visualize, as within reason, within my stomaching sometimes. But I'm imagining a gal putting a Beavis and Butthead beard on herself.
Right. Right.
You remember that time when they were trying to get beards and they were like gluing it on themselves?
That's what I'm going to have to do for my bucket list beard wish.
Yeah, this is Rafe. Rafe wrote
It's probably me. I was envisioning something like way more hard to watch, just like a woman with alopecia, just dancing around with putting her curlies all over her, and being like, "Do you think I'm sexy?"
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was hard. It might be the winner for me just because of my own visualization.
This was a plan. So this was this didn't win their week.
Okay.
But we brought this ad back. This was an ad originally done on April the 20th, 420, brah.
Yeah, bro.
Body Hair Molina.
Body hair Molina.
Body Hair Molina. I do enjoy the, I'm thinking a Magnum PI era Tom Selleck hairy.
Go straight to a visual with that.
On a gal.
On a gal.
On a gal.
Again.
It's a good look, though.
On a gal. All right, Body Hair Molina are 29 seed in the competition. All right, on to the next one. Ad number 3. Playoffs continue. Learn coming at you.
Branding of the Heretic, Women for Everyone, Calgary. I want to start a sex cult. I can't say it any more straightforward than that, and I hope whoever is reading this appreciates my candor. Most cult leaders hide their intentions within self-help or religious mumbo-jumbo, but not me. This cult is all about sex and the power dynamic of you worshiping me as a goddess. I'm an independently wealthy woman with my own compound, and all I need are some followers and some acolytes. As a member of my chosen children, you will be absolutely subservient to me. And I'm open to ideas about games we can play and positions within the structure of my organization, but I am ultimately in charge, and the below are non-negotiables. Here we go. Upon arrival, you must be willing to surrender your physical possessions to me and complete the ritual of shame and flame. I won't go into every detail here, but know that you will be locked inside of a gilded cage that represents a, quote, man's natural lust for gold. This is the beginning of an arduous 3-day cleansing ritual with a series of challenges that culminates in the, quote, branding of the heretic. After you accept my mark and are made clean by the flame, you will then join the other chosen children in this seance room where you will receive one positive compliment from each member before we all snort blow off of a blade of a buck knife and commence the breeding ceremony. Email me now for more details.
This sounds great, by the way.
This person's in jail. You can't do this.
That person's in charge.
This
Yeah,
person is
not
rich.
I mean, because I'm watching Game of Thrones again, the crazy religious guy who has the cult with the dudes with the
Oh, yeah, the High Sparrow.
yeah, the High Sparrow.
I hate that guy.
I hate that guy too. This is the High Sparrow.
This reminds me of what we went through to get hired on here at Hubbard.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Except it's 4 days in the Gilded Cage.
Oh yeah.
What was that one? What was the rank on that one?
This is the number 13 seed.
Okay.
The number 13 seed, winner back on April the 13th with 63.5% of the vote that week. That's Ann Coulter. Ann Coulter.
That's such a good name.
It is.
Perfect. Home run, whoever did that.
So this is a woman,
Another woman.
another woman
Boss lady.
who wants to start a sex cult.
Plain and simple.
Let the breeding begin.
Well, the shame and flame and the branding of the heretic are pretty.
How about we all snort blow off the blade of a buck knife?
Yeah.
And then,
But
Hey, it's
after we
US
get
made.
a compliment from everyone in the group.
yeah, that's right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Boy, you have white teeth.
Wow.
Your emotional IQ is very high.
Like a Hoover.
Yeah.
And then may the breeding ceremony commence.
Yeah.
All right, that's Ann Coulter, our third freak this week, and the number 13 seed in the competition. All right, on to the fourth and final freak of this week, the number 20 seed. Learn coming at you.
Naked in the dumpster, man for man, 35 years old, Old Halifax. It was the most magical experience I ever had. Walking up and down the back alleys looking for something, anything, to make me feel alive. And I noticed some old thrown out porn DVD covers in the dumpster of a local store. I couldn't believe my luck, but I knew that with the clothes on my back being the only possessions in the world, that I couldn't risk soiling them. I removed my exterior garments and jumped into the metal bin to begin digging for treasures of the masturbatory nature. That's when I stood up and saw you there holding your trash bags. It was obvious that you weren't expecting me as you took out the daily trash from your work. You were standing there looking perplexed yet intrigued, and there I was wearing nothing but sneakers, standing in your dumpster, joeing while holding placards of all the dirtiest new porn DVD releases. Oh, and it was a sight to behold. Your eyes meet mine, and there was an awkward silence before you turned and walked the other way. I am sure you felt the same thing I did. You were the store employee wearing a yellow shirt, and I believe you were the manager. I was, of course, the naked 30-something with a few good teeth. Please respond ASAP as my data on my phone expires in 2 days. Oh, no.
Oh, man.
All
I
right,
hope
that was the winner back on March the 2nd with 51.9% of your vote that week. Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller
Yeah.
caught joeing behind a store in a dumpster.
I like this.
It also sounds like a great album title, Treasures of a Masturbatory
Masturbatory
Nature.
A Few Good Teeth.
Oh,
That
that's
was the
a good one,
working
too.
title of A Few Good Men.
That's
Yeah.
the new Guns N' Roses record that's going to be coming out.
Yeah, so this person was caught joeing in the dumpster by somebody who works at another establishment,
Did I-
probably in the strip mall.
To not even to porn DVDs, to their backs, to like the covers of the porns, right?
Yeah, just to the
Just
covers.
the cases, yeah.
Hit back fast. That date is about to expire.
Man.
Oh, I hope they found each other.
Yeah, but they did.
I hope they found it. All right, there you go. There are the four freaks of this week. You had Lady Kaka.
That's right. This is a mukbanger that is basically looking for an assistance because she can't stream, what's going to be the aftermath
Yeah.
of the mukbanging, but she wants you there to film it and describe it to the listeners as she makes waste.
Documents all the bowel movements.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, then you got Body Hair Melina.
Another gal. This is a gal in Montreal that wants you, a hairy guy, to come over so she can shave you, yes, all of you, to stick it on her face and her head. She wants Tom Selleck's look.
Yeah. Tom Selleck, Harry. Then you got Ann Coulter.
This gal is starting a sex cult and wants to come over, wants you to come over and go through all the intenseness of being her chosen children. It's going to involve snorting coke off buck knives, breeding ceremony, and a whole lot more.
And you just heard from Ben Stiller. All right, guys. We got to endorse one. Now, two of the ads will be moving on to the next round. Again, all based on your votes. But we are only going to endorse one each.
Okay.
So, Learn, I start with you.
I'm going straight Lady Kaka because I try to put myself in like the person answering the ad. Like if I were looking for something like this, and that's disgusting. And I couldn't go there in my mind. I could paste anybody's beards on my face, but I cannot go in and sketch your poop.
Okay.
Not for me.
Learn going with the number 4 seed, Lady Kaka. I'm going to go to Moon next. Moon?
I don't think there's a runaway here. There's a couple entrepreneurs that are just here to make some money, really. And I do think that Ann Coulter is probably doing some business here and also an entrepreneur in a sense. But I think I'm going to vote Ann Coulter, and this is why. A lot of these things are, like he got caught in the dumpster behind the store. Okay, well, the hair thing, you know what? I'm going to go back to the hair thing. I was going to go Ann Coulter because she's talking about a 3-day cleansing ritual, and that's intense. But I think she's a close second now to the hair one. Now that I'm thinking.
I'm feeling that one, too.
This is a gal who wants to shave a stranger down and use the hair to paste on her face and some other things.
All sorts of hair. It could be the pubes. It could be the chest hair.
Yeah, I can't figure that one out in any sense. So I'm going to. That one takes it for me.
Yeah,
that's Body Hair Melina.
Too. And that's our number 29 seed. And I think that's a sleeper.
Mm. Yeah, I think so too.
It's the Gonzaga of this bracket.
I know the first one seems so crazy.
Right.
But there's such like a niche market for that, and people are like intense. And if they're saying that one of the big questions they get, they already have viewers. And if the big question from the viewers is, what's the aftermath like? Uh-huh. And there are rules about sharing that in particular ways. This sounds like a smart move, in fact. So I'm not going to put nobody's business down. You know what I'm saying?
No. You're a businessman yourself, so.
As a businessman myself, But, I'm going body hair. Rafe?
Body hair was good. I have to look at this objectively from a freak standpoint. And I'm like, Body Hair Melina is weird. Lady Kaka's weird. But I didn't hear a lot of sexual stuff in there. It was more the act itself of the pasting of the pubes, if you will.
Mm. Yeah.
It's a good ceremony.
The dumpster, you could get that in downtown St. Louis on a Tuesday. If you go in the right alley. So I'm going to say I'm going Ann Coulter because I think there's a lot of layers to what's happening there. Okay. It's freaky. It's sexual. Moon thinks she's in it for the money, but she said she was independently wealthy. So I think she's in it for the freak.
Okay. King Scott.
Well, I really do like Lady Kaka. As an artist who's good at sketching, I have a number 2 pencil. So this would go hand in hand here. But I think what I'm going to, it's between Ann Coulter and Body Hair Melina for me. And I think just putting the Pueblos on your face there, I think that one gets me. That's the winner. I'm going to go for that.
So King is going with Body Hair Melina. All right, so Learn is endorsing Lady Kaka. Myself, Moon, and King Scott, Body Hair Melina, and Rafe is endorsing Ann Coulter. Boy, I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, this is a good week.
Top 2 vote getters move on to the next round of the Freak of the Year playoffs. Voting is now open at RIZZ Show, and we will have the winner when we sign on tomorrow.